I had someone ask me on Snapchat, how do you stay focused on long-term goals and avoid short-term gratification? So first I'm gonna answer on the short-term gratification part. People's biggest distractions nowadays is scrolling on social media, smoking weed, jerking off, some people eating, that's another thing. Those are people's main issues, right? You can't quit any habits. Like in reality, it's impossible to quit a habit, but it's not impossible to replace a habit, right? So let's say you're addicted to smoking cigarettes, whatever, and you want to quit this bad habit. You can't quit the habit of cigarettes, but you can replace it with a better habit, right? So that's what I learned. That personally works best for me. I'm gonna talk about people's worst habits. This goes mainly for men, okay? Quitting porn. I'm gonna show you a chart right now from a book I've read called Becoming Supernatural by Dr. Joe Dispenza. And it shows you the different frequency levels of bad habits. Funny enough, the first two is lust and eating a lot. I never had the issue of eating. In fact, I need to eat more. That's my fucking issue. So something like porn, how would you quit that bad habit? Because that is one of the worst habits. You know, if you really look at the bigger picture, the most targeted things on social media should get you into porn, keep on a low frequency level. The higher frequency level you are, the more you attract stuff in your life, the more positivity, right? Everything from a Lamborghini to a bicycle have different frequencies, okay? Lamborghini is a very high frequency. To get to that level, you gotta really fix your fucking issues at the bottom to get to the top, right? Long story short, you gotta quit your bad habits, but you can't just quit them, you gotta replace them, okay? I could talk about how to do it in another video. Now, how do you stay concentrated on long-term goals? Honestly, it gets easy after you quit the bad stuff. Like, you have to know that it's gonna work out. You can't just hope. That's what I believe. You genuinely gotta know, okay, I'm gonna be successful. Okay, I'm gonna make shit happen. Okay, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. You gotta know. If you hope, you're kind of doubting yourself. You should not hope for something to happen. You also have to take the sacrifice for the next 6 months. I always say 6 months with anything, to see the growth and to see the improvement to where it's easier to stay into it, right? When you start something brand new, you don't know if it's gonna happen. Although, by law, in theory, it always happens, okay? The more you do something, the more consistent you are in something, your probability of it happening goes up severely. You gotta spend a lot of fucking time really working on what you want to work on, really focused on what you want to achieve. You can't just, half in, half out. You can't put your foot in the water and the other foot out, You gotta jump in, you gotta take the action, you gotta do it, Another thing for me to stay concentrated, I kind of look at like the bigger picture, like, okay, logically speaking, if I were to kind of do like what my parents are telling me or what everyone suggests I do, right? You want to be the 1%, you don't want to be the 99%, right? Go to school, get a job, a secure job, whatever bullshit they tell you. At the end, you are still risking your life and what you want in your life and your goals you want to achieve, but for someone else. So why don't you just risk the exact same thing for yourself, right? At the end, it should pay off, right? Like if you enjoy fucking baking and you want to have your own baking business, who says you can't be the next cake boss, Like, there's so many endless possibilities. And one thing, like, you just gotta believe in yourself. You just gotta go like, yo, I know it's gonna happen. I know I'm gonna make this shit happen. And I don't care what the odds are against me. I don't care how many negative people in my life. I don't care what my father's telling me. I don't care what my mother's telling me. I'm gonna do what I gotta do, and I'm gonna take a risk and try my best, At the end, you fucking tried. That's the reality. Every business I've done after my Apollo Events business, I mean, dude, I sell 700 tickets, 800 tickets to all ages parties, right? You can't just do that overnight. But one thing I fucking learned after failing, getting shut down, a bunch of bullshit happened, is wait a minute. If I keep doing it, it's actually just gonna happen. That's the reality. If I keep doing it, it's gonna happen. I could have stopped after my first event. I could have said, fuck this, I lost so much money, this bullshit happened. But the reality is, if you really keep pushing, for example, I have this other business, the betting business, right? I never imagined when I was starting to do it to where I would be. It's also, I'm working with other few people in it, not just me, but I never imagined I would be at where I'm at, you know? It's like, oh my God, imagine having 20 members, now I have 20. Imagine having 40 members, now I have 40. Imagine having 50 members, now I have 50. Oh fuck, I lost 15 members, now I'm at 35. Wait, but don't I remember 6 months back or 5 months back when I was like, yo, what happens if I was at 15 members? That would bring me in X amount of dollars. So it's kind of just like, okay, if I keep working on this thing, like I know in 2 years from now, if I'm nonstop on this shit, I'm gonna be fucking 500 members. I'm gonna times 50 USD and then it's split up on a few people, but whatever, 10K a fucking month. Like it's so manageable, it's so easy. And it's like, fuck, don't give up, bro. Like as much as the struggle is, fucking do it because you're gonna struggle later if you're gonna go down someone else's fucking route or what someone else tells you to do. That's the reality and that's how I see it. But I mean, everyone lives their life. Everyone has what they want to do. If people want to go to school to be a doctor, to be a lawyer, they can do what they would like, right? That's what I mainly support. If you want to be some next fucking bullshit, bro, just believe in yourself and just fucking do it. Stay consistent. It's not even if it happens, it's the people you meet along the way of it happening, right? I've had events that's paid me quite a bit. I've had events that barely paid me anything. I was like, bro, was it even worth it? But the people you meet along the journey is the people that you can connect with to whether you want to make more money, to make more money. Whether you want to connect with someone or, you know, meet some woman, some guy, whatever. That shit can happen while you're doing everything else. Anyways, I feel like I started yapping about staying concentrated on long-term goals without losing focus or distracted short-term gratification. You got to think about all the positivity. That's really all it is, you know? Like your odds go up the more you focus and you try to achieve your goals. It's fucking gambling, but it fucking works, bro. That's the reality.